Chef Jason Santos makes almost as much of a splash with his trademark blue hair as he does with his daring cooking, from black truffle Dippin' Dots ice cream
to get this liquid nitrogen salsa. His style's been called Julia Child meets Willy Wonka. He's the chef and owner of 3 top Boston restaurants, Blue Ink, Abbey Lane, and Back Bay Harry's, and we're delighted to welcome Jason Santos to the dish. Jason, good morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you.
We've been talking about colored socks. Let's talk about colored hair.
I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Where are my socks?
Where did the hair come from?
You know, I've had blue hair for 20 years.
Have you really?
You were
long
way
time.
ahead of the curve.
Most people that know me don't even know me with anything but I did a TV show, and I thought as a young kid it'd be really funny to show up with blue hair unannounced. Didn't go over so well, however, has since become my trademark.
Yeah, I've been able to leave it behind.
Yeah.
A beautiful trademark. Well, walk us through what we're eating here, because I love and I believe this to be fried chicken.
Fried chicken is one of my favorite foods of all time, and I sort of did it without the bones. Fried, crispy, hot sauce, some corn salad. So great for summer, really delicious, super easy to make. Some heirloom tomato salad, goat's milk feta, Kalamata olives, really bright and vibrant, fresh. Goes really well with the fried chicken. Over here, this is definitely amazing. Stunning burrata, fresh figs, a little honey, some grilled bread, and these for dessert. Last but certainly not least, beignets with a little bit of strawberry salsa and a vanilla bean mascarpone. Delicious.
You grew up in sort of the cooking show generation. Was there one show that kind of inspired you to get into this?
I think I watched a ton of cooking shows growing up, and that's sort of, I think, what really helped me get into the business. Jack Pepin, Julia Childs, all those sort of, shows that are on in the afternoon, and I loved it. I couldn't get enough.
Was there a reason you were watching them?
I spent a lot of times hanging out with my grandmother or my mom, just sitting watching TV, and I just really took to it. Most sort of kids that age, 8 years old, would watch sort of cartoons, and I was really into the food.
When we were introducing you, we said that you're a mix between Julia Childs and Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I don't take myself too seriously, It's like I make cold food hot. It's really sort of what it is, but I love food. I'm very passionate about it, and I like to take something simple, as fried chicken, and sort of amplify it, make it a little bit more creative and certainly delicious.
But you said that you were someone who describes yourself as not patient.
Yeah, I can't stay still. I pace a lot, so cooking's good for me. I can do a lot of different things at once, and I like variety, It's hard for me to sit and eat one type of food. I love a whole bunch of things, so.
What kind of food did you at home when you were a kid? Was it fancy stuff?
Yeah, no, growing up, I was busy at school and stuff, so my mom would cook, my grandparents would cook, be over for dinner. It's certainly not like this, but it was still delicious, and, it's a little bit more seasoned, so it's great.
How do you manage juggling? Because we have so many chefs that have multiple restaurants, and they always almost have a different philosophy. How do you juggle 3 restaurants?
Your days get longer. It's amazing. I love that I get to go to the different restaurants, and that's what's fun. I hit each restaurant each day. There's a lot going on. So for me and my personality, it's a great fit, and I tell you, I love it every single day.
I read that you have in addition to having unusual hair, you have an unusual pet.
I do. I have a small, tiny pig at home.
A small, tiny pig?
Piggy Smalls is the name. The notorious P.I.G.
Oh, look!
Now, does the pig affect anything that you cook?
I don't cook pork, at least in front of him, so I think that would be not the greatest thing.
He appreciates that.
Yeah, so he's an eater, though, for sure, but he's a looker.
It's probably good for leftovers, though, right?
I would say. I don't know if you're talking about the pig or the food, but yeah, nonetheless, it'd be great.
Tell us about your work with Share Our Strength, because you really have been a vocal advocate for
Share Our Strength is, it's one of those things that just sort of gets me emotional. It's amazing. It's the greatest thing ever. Share Our Strength, national organization to end childhood hunger. And so for me, I would love to end childhood hunger in my lifetime. And there's some irony that I serve food, and there's some kids out there that don't know when their next meal is. So it's a good sort of leeway into that. But it's one of the greatest, companies in the country, and they do such a great job. And I'm just very happy to be a part of it.
Well, as I hand you this dish, we want to ask you if you could have this meal with anyone, past or present, who would that person be?
Man, that's a tough one. I would have to say my girlfriend so I don't get yelled at. But I would probably say James Beard. He brought a lot of chefs to New York, and he's such an amazing inspiration. Everybody wants to cook at the James Beard House, which is such a great time. So just to sit at the table and sort of get the knowledge that he has would be pretty outstanding.
I absolutely love this play on salty and sweet on your chicken.
Thank you.
Chef Jason Santos, thank you so much. And for more on Chef and the Dish, head to our website at CBS This Morning.